Nigerians are hungry. Tinubu do something.
You're welcome to Bystanders at the newsstand this morning. My name is Kolade Folari Kadeshris. It's a bright and beautiful Friday morning, 10th May 2024. I welcome you all once again, and we thank you for always standing by us. For those who are watching us for the first time, Bystanders at the newsstand is a program scheduled for people who review newspapers, daily newspapers that make news, make headlines around Nigeria. And this morning, we have all our newspapers ready for our perusal. I'd like to start with the Friday leadership. And the major headlines there talks about Fubara, Rivers crisis. Fubara lawmakers take fight to assembly quarters. Governor hints estate may need renovation. Pro-Wiki lawmakers accuse Fubara of another demolition plot. National Assembly divided over cyber security. Levy. Tinubu flags off Funtua Inland Dry Port. Strikes. Implement agreements with ASU. Others. Reps tell federal government. That's in the leadership newspaper today, Friday. From the leadership, I'll go to the Guardian newspapers, which is how real estate firms, agencies fleece prospective property buyers, tenants. That's the big story in the Guardian newspaper this morning. IMF projects 24% inflation rate for Nigeria by year end. One reportedly killed, several injured in fresh Okwama violence. You remember that yesterday we did the news. We talked about the military troops evacuating, leaving Okwama. But now the news here says one reportedly killed, several injured in fresh Okwama violence. That's for the Guardian newspaper this morning. I'll quickly go to the Punch newspapers. And the major headline in the Punch newspapers talks about the Coastal Highway probe. Reps to summon Edun Umahi, Attorney General of the Federation, on the Coastal Highway probe. Works Ministry Defense Project. House panel gets 4 weeks to complete probe. Senate okays death penalty for drug traffickers. That's in the Punch newspapers this morning. Q1 foreign debt servicing goal $1 billion. That's according to the Central Bank of Nigeria. So we move from the Punch newspapers to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And the major headlines in the Vanguard newspaper still talks about the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Project not okayed by NAS. Procurement for probe. That's the reps saying that. Yes, the Green Chamber of the National Assembly says project not okayed by NAS. Procurement for probe. Senate reps disagree on implementation of cybersecurity levy. That's in the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The Daily Sun says convicted drug barons to get death sentence as Senate approves capital punishment. Cybersecurity levy, halt implementation now, reps tells CBN. That's in the Nigerian Tribune. And there's something that we'll want to quickly look at in the Nigerian Tribune, which is on 37 years after Awolowo's name still remembered for good in Nigeria. That's according to Bishop Fakwe. Bishop Fakwe is the bishop SG. If ex-aviation minister Sirika daughter arraigned, granted bail. The Matrix newspaper says rivers of crisis. Fubara Rivers Assembly trade tackles. And we have sub-headlines there which says, we have a new speaker I went to see for myself. That's according to the governor, Seminalai Fubara says that. Clerk insists Amahewule remains speaker of Rivers Assembly. Adango Bombs Fubara says he's not interested in making peace with Wike. The Nation newspaper says NLC justifies 615,000 naira demand. And yesterday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent eulogized the Awujale of Ijebuland on his 90th birthday, and he wrote a very, 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 very wonderful epistle on the Awujale, Oba Sikiru Adetono Ogbagba II, who turned 90. That'll be all for all the newspapers this morning. So I'd like to have my first reviewer for the program this morning. Because of those people that are just watching for the first time, we welcome you and we want you to mention your name this morning, sir.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Kola.
Yes, sir.
My name is Benjak. It was one of our.
Okay, Tinubu is going to celebrate 1 year in office as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What's your analysis of his presidency in the last 1 year?
Let me give you a congrats for 1 year. To be a sitting president from 1 month to 12 months is not an easy. May God bless him. But in one way or another, as I discuss, the way I'm looking at it, it did not give us things pressure and making people of Nigeria to be happy. And it puts things, make things hard for the common people. If those who are said they are rich, the government of Tinubu still affect them. It still affect them. No one can boast, say this is what I can get. And being a president, I thought that when he was a governor, the way he handled Lagos, they can use that way to handle Federal Republic of Nigeria. But in this time around, he put 0 points. Because I cannot say this is the good things that he puts. Now, for the first time that he have already been in the seat, instead for him to go and do the things people will like, it's time to be increasing fuel subsidy. And who is still touch everyone? Now look at now. We're buying fuel 1,000 naira per liter. Is that how it's supposed to be? And most of us doesn't have workshop. Like I myself, have you been that I'm with my bag? That bag that I used to carry, it's my workshop.
It's your workshop.
But I'm supposed to have a place which I'm supposed to stay.
You don't have to be moving up and down, especially with your age.
With my age, I don't need to be moving around. Is it how I did? So I did not say anything good on it. To rent a shop is a very big money. And when you rent a shop, to get money to pay for the shop will be very difficult. So how are you going
because
to
of the situation of the country
situation of
now.
the nation.
Okay, so on a ratio of 0 to 100%, how would you rate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration?
Well, if I'm giving him a mark, I'll just give him 35%.
35%?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I cannot say 0 points. 35%.
Okay, now, Obafemi Awolowo, 37 years since he died, and Bishop Fakwe, one of the Anglican bishops, says Nigerians will always remember the good deeds he did. But David Okafor says Awolowo's name cannot be remembered for good in Igbo land or in Biafran nation because of how he contributed into the genocide committed against the Biafrans. What can you say?
Well, what I can say there, reality, it is not the Igbos who say, let them remember Chief Awolowo. It is the federal government of Nigeria can say so. But meanwhile, if they remember him, I don't think that the Southeast will participate. They will not participate. To tell you
Why
the
will the Southeast not participate?
Okay, now, since Awolowo died, how many times have the Yorubas said, let us remember our hero? Can you tell me?
How many times what?
How many times have they remember him?
The Yorubas.
In Yoruba land.
They do it annually. They do a colloquium for him every year.
Every year.
Every year.
Okay. That's for me. I'm not one of them. So I will not say no. I will not say yes. Just be like my own hero. Odumodi Ojukwu. We used to celebrate him, remember him every November 26th. November 26th, we have to remember him, either in Imo State or in Lagos or in all parts, mostly in Imo State. But not all of the Igbo's land used to remember him. The people that used to remember him is the people of movement of association of Sabri State of Biafra, the leader, being Chief Dr. Raphael
Wazirike.
Yes, there's no year that we are not remembering Odumodi Ojukwu. There's no year. And it is under our program every year. We must remember him. But most of the Igbos doesn't remember. Unless we tell them, say today is Ojukwu Remembrance Day. So that's like in Yorubas. Not all of them can celebrate remember Obafemi. It is those in the group, those leaders are the one that say, let us remember our hero. It's dead. So, but if they want to say, okay, let us put it in federal, that is in the hand of the president, not the hand of the governor. If though, in my own side, if Biafra come today, there's no way they will make it announced all the citizens of the Biafra land must remember Odumodu. That's if the federal, I know that the Federal Republic of Biafra will put it on record. If the federal government of Nigeria can put Awolowo, they will remember him.
Thank you very much. It's nice having you on the program.
Yeah, God bless you. Thank you.
Okay, yes, Mr. Kunle, I've missed you.
I missed it too. I was thinking maybe you've japa like normal japa with everybody.
Where Nigeria is our home.
Yeah,
Nigeria is our fatherland, is our motherland. There is nowhere we are going. Even when we have other appointments across the world, we must always ile labo semi oko.
I think I'll join that your comrade statement.
Yes,
that,
where are we going?
I'm along with you.
Where we will go?
We have nowhere to go.
We have nowhere to go. We can visit Ghana, we can visit US, we can visit London and still come back home. Because what's important to us is Nigeria.
Home is home. Nowhere like home.
Yes, you're welcome to Bystanders this morning. Yes, a lot of people have been asking that for the past 2 days that we have started, they've not seen Mr. Kunle. And I said, I'm sure that he's been occupied with one thing or another. You're welcome this morning.
It's a pleasure.
Yesterday, some people were of the fact that Tinubu did not return, that the return was an old video. Afterwards, it was a serious argument yesterday, but afterwards we have seen videos of him working in the office, and today he's going to inaugurate Funtua Inland Dry Port.
That's in Katsina.
Yes, do you think he's around or he's not around?
It's much around. Even to not only inaugurate Funtua Dry Port, it will be paying homage to Harry any moment from now. Harry and my gay, and what is there is the president. They don't know his movement, but we are following his movements. He first of all went to Riyadh.
He went to Netherlands.
Yeah, Netherlands. Because it was a visit that it's required that the Netherlands chancellor, they just wanted him to be around.
He met with the king and the queen
of Netherlands.
Yeah.
Yes, and from there he went to Riyadh for World Economic Summit, and I'm sure his third destination will have been France, because France is like home. Macron is like a tight friend and ally with him. So to me, when people are bothering that where is our president, the vice president was on ground throughout. Nevertheless, he was supposed to travel to America too, but there was an issue that occurred, which is beyond the I think it's like technicality issue actually. So to me, I'm never bothered, because all the different institutions are being manned by different people, and there's a what's it called, the watchdog on them, which is the NSA, that's Nigerian National Security Advisor, and the EFCC likewise. So to me, if president travel, you shouldn't be crying. And those one asking for where is Mr. President, they are just the enemies of you have a right to ask for your president, but you will know
as a public officer holder, the number one citizen in Nigeria.
Right. But they have no purpose to even of asking that question.
Yes, a lot of people have said it happened during the days of Yaradua.
Yeah.
It happens during the day of Buhari. And what baffled Nigerians mostly was because Bayo Onanuga, who is his spokesman, did not say anything. The Riyadh meeting ended on the 29th of April.
Yeah.
And he came back on the 7th of April.
Yeah.
So, but why is it wrong for the spokesperson, the media assistants, to tell Nigerians the whereabouts of Nigerians?
But they knew
the whereabouts of our president.
But they knew when he was jetting out.
They knew when he was jetting out.
Yeah, I said they knew. They should know.
Yes.
They knew. So they should have think of it that there might be an extension of him staying there, because he's just doing all this for we, the citizens of the country of Nigeria, Federal Republic of Nigeria, not for himself. All the tour he has been going is to attract investors is to bring in, to let the investors know you have a new bride in town. And I can say, why we are people that are progressive in nature, we are thinking that way. Some people that are retrogressive, they are looking at maybe that guy has fell sick again, he has been admitted into hospital. You remember they never believed in him before he came to power, that this one will not last, this one will be like Yaradra, this one will be, but we are not God, for God's sake, we are not God.
Okay, okay. Some people have alleged that maybe he went on private medical visits.
That's what I'm saying.
That was why they refused to let Nigeria.
He has gone for medical visits or medical, what's it called? A lot of things that, but what I just don't understand is the one they built in Akwa Ibom, a masterclass hospital, and maybe is the, what's it called, the manpower they don't have, because there's another thing to build hospitals. There's another thing to have the manpower that will, be in charge of that hospitals. So to me, we need to rethink our knowledge that it's not every time we go on a medical pilgrimage abroad. We can fix our hospitals here. We can make it work so that the money you are using to fund other, Western hospitals, we can stay in Nigeria. I think I totally go against medical tourism. I totally go against it.
Totally. Okay, now, before we leave the issue of the president is going to celebrate 1 year in office on the 29th of this month.
Yeah.
How would you rate the performance of the president when we talk in terms of percentage in the last 1 year?
Yeah, I think like that time, I'm a child of May. I'm Gemini for that's
when is your birthday?
My birthday is 23rd or 23rd of that. 27th, I mean. 27th.
So that means it's going to be celebration.
It's 27th, Children's Day. The last one I did it with the children in my church. Then I came around to do some for friends that but I always take the children. My priority is the children.
Thank God I'm a child.
Yeah. So let's wait till then on the 29th, right? For a way to even...
No. We can still say something. 29 is around the corner.
But I will wait till that time to give him a score mark. That is a year exactly.
Okay, so just briefly, how would you rate him in terms of percentage of 0 to 100?
0 to 100. In Nigerian governance, you cannot get even above 50% because as you're working, some people are derailing you back. We have a lot of cabal that does not want this country to work. So to me, I still give Tinubu 50% with the ideology he's bringing on the table that has not yet materialized, but will still materialize because it's not one day that you build a house and you move into that house. You need to start building gradually, and especially a house that does not have foundation, because as it is, we don't have any foundation on ground already. So they are just rebuilding. And they are clearing the debris. They've cleared the debris now. They are just rebuilding now. So they should allow them that by a year, we can just roll out his achievement and judge him whether
Okay, yes, sir. Before you go,
Yeah.
I know you do real estate business.
Yes.
There's a major news that real estate firms
Yeah.
are fleecing prospective property
Yeah.
buyers
Yeah.
and tenants. What can you say about that?
Prospective buyer and tenants. What I heard before was they are using them for money laundering. Right? A lot of illicit money are going into
No. What we mean is that if I want to rent a house now, if I want to buy a property now, there are too many agents that collect unnecessary agency fees. As an agent, what do you think? Because people have been alleging that a lot of people that do not have job anymore will just tell you one day they are an estate agent.
Okay, like me, I did my attachment with LSDPC, which is the biggest property company in Lagos, if not in Nigeria, but quote and unquote. So every multiplicit, when they start collecting fee that does not right, because I don't do that. I always tell my fellow people to engage in equality, to engage in what they cannot take. Because as it is, if you pay for a house and the commission is 10%, take the 10%, go home and look and pray for more. And but the greedy of Nigerians generally. Every Nigerian has an element of greed, in which an average Nigerian, let me say average, not every. An average Nigerian has an element of greed. So it is all sectors. But the real estate brokers that are doing that one, they should stop it, because it's against the law. And the law, don't let the harms of the law catch up with you. I don't do that. I've never been to any police station for people to report me, that I can say it all over. I've never been to any police station. I'm always the one reporting clients at times.
Okay. Are there associations that check out the activities of real estate firms?
Yeah, association. But the problem now is, you see, why they are not really aligned with the tune of the rules is majority of these high-profile people, the houses they built, if you see what they charge likewise, the governors, all these power brokers, if you see, like the other time Fashola said, they should be collecting 3 months or 3-month rent or 5-month rent, or not up to a year rent any longer. But they were now saying all the houses in Ikoyi, all the houses in preach what you practice. I mean, practice what you preach. They now say all the houses in GRA that you people are collecting millions in dollars. You are even collecting in dollars. So why will you rate that? So you see, problem is about leadership failure we have. Leadership failure is everywhere now. It's under the real estate company. It's under the accounting sector. That's the banks. It's under the banks. It's under just talk of any sector in Nigeria. There's leadership failure. So we need now to call ourselves together to have a new league, new sheriff that will channel us to the goodness of the country.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, Mr. David. It's nice having you on Bystanders this morning.
Good morning to you, Mr. Kadesh. A wonderful Friday, and thank God it's Friday. I think after the whole political discourse, we'll go and take one bottle of soup.
I don't drink and drive.
You don't drink and drive?
I don't drink and
but
drive.
you drink?
I drink when I'm not ready to drive.
Okay. Don't mind me, I was only joking.
I know.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes, thank God it's Friday. Yes, Rivers crisis deepens. Rivers crisis. Fubara is pro legislators have appointed a new speaker. And the clerk of the house says, Amaoele, the other speaker, still remains the substantive speaker.
Mr. Kadesh, there's something I want to ask you. If that will be the question you're asking me, let me know, because there is more to it. Pressing issues that need to be attended to than this
It is part of it. It's
okay.
Part of Nigeria.
Because I want to speak more of that drug.
We will still go there.
Thank you.
We are asking you all the questions. I have 5 questions for you this morning.
I'm not your government, sir.
I have 5 questions for you.
I'm not your government, sir.
I know you want to attack on that one, but let's start from
speaking about the issue of
Fubara.
We've always said it here that now the governor, Fubara now is now in charge, knowing fully well that is the is the is the is the CEO of the state. He's not taking action. He is not taking action. We saw how he told them that see the lawmaker don't exist, and fully they don't exist. One man should not look as if he should control the state, control Abuja, control every part of the country. I will always see, I start to be corrected that Wike is one of the problems Nigeria is having presently.
But do you know that ever since they had their agreement with Tinubu, Wike has not said a word. It's only Fubara that has been talking.
Why won't he talk?
Wike has not said a
No,
word in the last 4 weeks.
The governor said that that agreement is not constitutional.
It is not.
So nobody should impose that agreement of it. He said he actually agreed just because he wanted peace to reign. And now those lawmakers are trying to trample on his rights. Literally, their constitution, when you defect from the party that gave you platform, if you cross carpet, automatically via constitution you lose your seat. That is what constitution has spelled out. But you trying to get the back doors just because you are loyal to one man in Abuja, it will not work that way. Ever since the governor has detached himself from Wike, do you know that now the state IGRU has increased? You saw the report.
Yeah.
The same man, civil servants have been promoted. For 8 years, Wike did not promote civil service. Civil servants were lamenting in the state that no promotion. The money Wike has been using to run media chats, call Arise every month, call AIT, call NTA. I don't know if you used to call Flip 2. Don't mind you. Don't mind you.
We have our correspondent.
You know, the government wants to fact check that some Wike has spent thousands of money, billions, just for media chats. That is the issue that now people in the state are not enjoying dividends of democracy.
Okay, can we look at it constitutionally? Do you know to constitute a House of Assembly in Nigeria, there must not be less than 20?
To third, yes.
No, to constitute the House itself,
yes.
there must not be less than 20. Now, 3 legislators have appointed a speaker. Is that constitutional?
That's not constitutional. But that is part of what Wike orchestrated.
Okay, when Fubara said,
hello, sir. Fubara is taking stance now. If Fubara is not taking stance, Fubara will be impeached.
When
I will close down the house. That is impunity. Sir, I will close down the house of the River State House of Assembly. I will close it down.
When Fubara
shut it down. Sir, he has the power to shut it down.
When Fubara said the agreement with Tinubu was not constitutional, do 2 unconstitutional actions make it constitutional? Because 3 people appointed a speaker, that's unconstitutional.
He doesn't. Fine, it is not constitutional. But at this point, Fubara needs to save his head. Sir, when Wike was the governor of River State, nobody checkmate Wike. Nobody. Wike rule River State like an emperor. Nobody could say anything. The likes of Odili, Amechi.
They have done their time.
House of Assembly speakers.
Amechi has done his time.
House of Assembly members. They were in Wike's pockets. Wike control everything in that state. Both the judiciary, the House of Assembly. So now, why don't you give Fubara his turn? Let him govern peacefully. Look at, sir, I am not missing word. Go to River State today. Civil servants are very happy. Promotion, getting their own areas, being paid. For 8 years, Wike did not promote any civil service. Any civil service. But Wike came to Lagos and gave someone's wife 200 million for Lagos State. He went to Sokoto. He gave Sokoto how much? Fire, God bless Sokoto last year. 500 million. Go to Ibadan, give them money just because of he was spending state money just because of his own presidential ambition. It is now the people of River State are now happy that thank God we now have a governor who can listen to our plight. So now people have seen that Wike was not fighting for the interest of the people. He was fighting us just because for his own personal interest. How can you tell the governor? A governor should come always and then pay some amount of money. What is the genesis of this quarrel? Loyalty. Loyalty. Now, was Wike that said any day he abuses or he insults all the family? He said let something happen to him. Now, the same Wike is not saying all the family are useless. Wike is a chameleon. Yes, see, sir.
You don't have a record of that. That's an allegation. Now, let's
hello, sir. See, hello, sir. If I am governor Fubara, I swear to God Almighty, Wike, I will destroy Wike.
You are not governor with Fubara.
See, Wike alone has bought half of jail in Port Harcourt. It is Wike. We saw Wike was just doing charity, wasting the state resources, giving out money. Before the presidential election, Wike bought 200 presidential campaign buses, given to state chairman of the PDP. Where did he get the money from?
Where did he get the money from?
Yes. Yes.
Let's move ahead.
No, let's not move ahead, though.
Let's because you do not have sometimes.
Sir,
Sometimes
I'm not a blind man. I'm not a blind Nigerian man. Sir, forget evidence. They have below now that the court has evidence. Sorry, that the FCC has evidence. The court has told them not to arrest him. So which evidence do you want me to prove that Wike is corrupt? And
you cannot call him corrupt. It's still an allegation. It's alleged.
Okay. See, sir, only the court can pronounce a man guilty.
Yes, only the court. Only the court.
But sir, my question is Abelo corrupt?
The court has said something about it before.
That what?
That he was guilty.
He was.
A lot of things have been unturned.
He was guilty. That was why Oshomola said, join APC and your sins are forgiven. So Wike is there too. His sins are forgiven.
Without saying, to first throw the stone.
Let me throw this.
No, you just mentioned Oshomole. That's why I said he that is without sin should first cast the stone. Now let's look at National Assembly. I said there will be death penalty for anybody manufacturing drugs.
Look at what our lawmakers. Sir, imagine electing people we call leaders, going to the house to propose a law that to me this law is not baseless. Why can't there be a death penalty for those that loot? The same thing should be applicable to people stealing. Because they know that majority of them are not into drugs, they are exempted. There should also be a law that whosoever see what is different between you, drug, for you, trafficking drug, and then those looting money meant for the public. It's the same thing. Because they are causing havoc in society. Looters, politicians are depriving Nigerians of good standard of living, good road, good infrastructures. Damn it. Look at Nigeria now. There are no good hospitals. I take Levy cash now, make say one go last week. They go test no paracetamol, no injection. Who is the cause of that? Not the people looting that. Let there also be a law that whosoever embezzle public money, let the person die too.
So that means you are against what the National Assembly is saying about.
This is to me this is just nonsense.
Do you? Do you?
I don't know. So I don't have to, sir. I don't have to do that, sir. The matter is that this thing you are now highlighting drug. Who are those people? Who are those people patronizing drug? An average man on the streets cannot do drug. A poor man cannot do drug.
When we talk about drugs,
there were allegations that the current president forfeit how much?
The current president does what?
You say, you know here.
I did not hear. I don't hear. The current president what?
There were allegations that Tinubu forfeited about $400,000. Sorry, $40,000 in 1993 via drug-related case. You know hear that one?
We heard that one.
Eh?
We heard that
So
one.
what do you so what is
So no.
what
So
you again?
what are you? What you are?
Let me let you drop. Let me let you drop.
You can be taking it, and people that
Taking
take
what?
it these 15 years
Eh.
without option of bail.
So okay, fine. That is a work development. But sir, let them. I challenge all the lawmakers. Let them do drug tests and see if 90% of them, 80% of them will not fail that drug test. 80% of the lawmakers, they go do law for money, go smoke igbo for night, smoke loud, smoke SK. Not be say, you know this
Are
thing.
you an agent?
You know this
Do
thing.
you sell?
You know this thing.
Know what?
Yeah,
I have not caught any.
you don't need to
come.
come. Not be here with them.
Anything. I'm not afraid of
Those
anybody.
proposing the law,
But it's what I've seen that
80% of the lawmakers are into drug. We are in this country. So I don't need to be told. Forget those men. See, those men should not be trusted. Also, that this drug case is just to me, it is not the major person issue. Let there be a sentence that if you embezzle money, you should die by. You should also be death penalty. Such law, such bill will not be passed. Because say even if, because that these men don't smoke in the public. These men go to a hidden place just to smoke. So the law will not be applicable to them. So I think that is just blatant. Look at the country, how the country is now. Nobody is checkmating President Tinubu. Nobody is telling the president, if you don't sit up, you will be impeached. They are there doing drug case. After, when they do drug case finish, EFCC chairman go carry money go give them. Abakari, the former police Superco. If that man has settled the EFCC chairman, do you think that case will be exposed? He has been doing that for years, but I think that time he refused to settle. That was why the EFCC came and then exposed him. So everything about Nigeria is done under secrecy. We have plenty lawmakers who are those. Yeah, these people trafficking drugs. Do you know that? See, a governor, you cannot search a governor's entourage. You know that? What if those people they carry drugs? Because he's a governor, he has immunity. So this is one of the issues we have. There are more pressing issues that should be addressed in the National Assembly, like the issue of standard of living. Nigerians are dying of kwashiorkor on a daily basis. Inflation is really hitting Nigerians. And now Tinubu is bent on taxing us. A man that said he will reduce the purchasing power. Tinubu, when he assumed office. And now, thank God for Tinubu, he has now reduced purchasing power. He said, I will widen the tax spread. Now, Nigerians are not hearing it. I was listening to what you asked Mr. Kule, that he should tell Nigerians, this government, he's saying till May 29. Someone asked Mr. Kule that what are you benefiting from this government? And Mr. Kule had the effrontery or audacity to say he's enjoying happiness. Now, that doesn't Nigeria.
Is what he's enjoying that he has said. He has told you what he's enjoying.
Happiness.
Yes. That's according to him.
If Mr. Kule is your brother, you don't go slap him. If not your family member or your brother.
He's a mature man.
He's a mature man.
He knows what he's enjoying.
Sir, let's not forget that even foolish man grow old. Foolish man grow old. So forget about age. Even foolish man start from tender age and then continue to get foolish till like 100 years. So foolish man to grow old. So forget the age aspect. In this sort of nation, someone is telling me that see, he's enjoying happiness. Where is the happiness? Tax. Tinubu now wants to go and borrow money again. Nobody is saying that. Lawmakers are not altering that plan. Go to the World Bank to borrow money. Our our time reverse is what shaking.
Thank you. Our time is almost past.
Mr. Kadesh.
Eh?
Mr. Kadesh.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Kadesh.
I know you are charged this
Mr.
morning.
Kadesh.
If we leave you,
Mr.
we will
Kadesh.
talk to you tomorrow.
It be like say,
If we leave you,
it be
we will
like-
talk tomorrow.
are you working for Tinubu? Let's
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Edonomi Lagos. Thank you and welcome to White Standards and the New Stand this morning.
I love everybody there.
Yes, I've noticed something since yesterday. You look a little bit disheveled. You look a little bit down.
Like, I can see things are okay. I only want to speak few minutes. Thinking, I don't have when somebody is thinking, a lot of things are coming up. Bro, thinking brings a lot of sickness. It's true, you are right.
Yeah, because I noticed yesterday you didn't talk much and you were feeling weak. This morning before we started, I've seen you and I see that you've just been sitting down quietly.
Issue of Lord Wahala.
In Lagos,
Yes.
is another thing.
Concern, so we need to think.
Okay, we will still get to that.
Okay.
Let's look at Fubara Assembly. They've appointed new speaker, and he went to visit the assembly complex yesterday, saying he has to be renovated. And Wike Camp says he wants to do another demolition, and maybe he has his own agenda for wanting to do another demolition, so that those anti-Fubara legislators cannot be able to get where to stay or get where to do their proceedings.
Anyway, good morning, my brother. My name is Edonomi Lagos. The governor has the right to say he wants to invade the National Assembly. For me, okay. For me, I support the governor. I get me. I support the governor. All this fighting, infighting, all this fighting, infighting, and co. Doesn't necessary. Employing another speaker, that may have two speakers there now. Instead of fighting, why don't you close down the place and renovate the place, he said, just like what Katapaledo did. So if those lawmakers have respect for the people in the state, they should come down, allow the governor to move to the people. The River State doesn't deserve suffering. I don't know what I mean. So be it to the governor. If it's a good thing that will benefit for the people, let it go ahead. But if it's something that will bring fight, let him manage it. You know what I mean? That's what I have for the governor. Because we can't keep repeating this River State case every year, every day. And the president set up a committee to look into it and ask them to sign political agreement which the governor said. They should abide for it. Wike should abide for it, but the whole blame should go to Wike. Yes, sir.
Why would you say Wike has been quiet?
No. It's a snake that doesn't bite. By the time you touch your head, or it's doing damage somewhere. It doesn't quiet. He has children that do the damage. So it doesn't necessarily Wike to say something. But my own is Wike should calm the tension down before he escalates. Or else they will declare state of emergency there. What party will lose it?
When you had gone yesterday, when somebody asked that, why would you say state of emergency? Why would you say state of emergency? They will declare state of emergency there. You expect something that happened during the days of Obasanjo in Ekiti. They won't bring an army.
When there is a reoccur of calamity, fighting, destruction to the people, what do we do? Would they allow people to be dying like chicken? A military take over. In fact,
state of emergency means a military should take over.
Yes.
Is it in all cases?
Not
During
all cases.
Jonathan, there was a state of emergency. I cannot remember.
But
the
he
state.
uses
Yes.
initiative.
Yes.
Tinubu can use it another way around. It doesn't mean, but just to make peace there. Because what is happening today, River State, next River State, nobody like that. Before you know, they start breaking their head, breaking that. And if the governor decide to lock that place, he do it now. Other people are saying it's a lie. What to expect? So let the other come from above. Then Rivers State case will settle.
Thank you very much.
You didn't ask me my though in the news. Oba.
Yes, Oba of Benin. Because of your strength, that's why I do not want to take much
Just
of your time.
that one very, very.
Yes,
a lot of people have asked me.
Oba there's been accusation and counter accusations that Benin don't own Lagos. And you don't talk about several times. Yesterday when I saw the news, you came to my mind straight. I said this morning, that's what I will ask you. You say I don't know Benin Lagos. Oba of Benin say I ain't get Lagos.
Let me digest. Oba Atokwe is that is our slogan. I won't use it. When it comes for politics all over Nigeria, Edo no be Lagos, Edo no be Imo State, Edo no be Anambra, Edo no be even Ekiti. Once we say this is where we are going, we want to vote for a person. Every Edo man will go that place. That politics. But when it comes for honor, when it comes in terms of history, our daddy, our father, our ancestor have gone to tell the whole world, not only Lagos. Let's
narrow it down to
you want
Lagos.
me to go there?
Let's narrow it down to Lagos.
If by the time I don't
because
have that,
I am aware of the history. I am so much abreast of the history.
We will look for another day, sir. So that
we have to digest this thing. Maybe you come to the point. Maybe you come to
man. What talking about saying I am with driver? That is my. I like Edo people. I like the song. I like the culture.
Okay,
I'm an Edo man.
Even if we look at it briefly, Weka, the first Oba of Benin.
Yeah.
Where is his root from?
Oh, that's what I say, sir. It's a very long history.
Where you know? Just that. Where is Weka, the first Oba of Benin?
All of them are from Oduduwa.
Where is Oduduwa from?
Oduduwa come. You are pushing me where? Those that know history, I tell you. You might say Oduduwa come from Yoruba, but Oduduwa come from Ethiopia. So
I say Weka will be first Oba of Benin. Who was his father?
Who was his father? You want me to say?
Please say it. People need to know.
You know, it's a history. Let me go and go for research.
His father was Oromio.
I know Oromio.
And Ife Prince.
But where Oromio come from?
Ife.
Anyway, I don't want to go into that now. Please permit me. I don't want to go into that. I have to go research. Our father has come to Lagos to tell everybody, say they have a camp.
So they are worries.
In Lagos.
They are worries to forget about their land.
No, I don't say that. He said he has a camp in Eko. He didn't say the whole Lagos.
What Eko means in Benin language means camp.
Camp, yes.
We know.
Yes.
They came.
And they pursued the white men. As they pursued it last time, they have to make a camp for them to stay. It's another day we have to go for research. So I've not made mistake.
Please make your
so that's it. Oba Atokwe is.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin. You're welcome to Baisa. If we leave Mr. Lucky, yes, we will continue to say this thing till tomorrow. That Edo no be Lagos. But when it comes to Oba Benin owning Lagos, na Benin get Lagos. Yes, sir, you're welcome to bystanders at the newsstand this morning, sir. Senate, National Assembly has said hard drug, dangerous drug manufacturers, agents, sellers should be given death sentence.
To be quite honest with you, but today is my birthday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I almost skipped my mind because when you came, I saw a lot of people saying happy birthday to you. And I said, you did not tell us now. I'm sure that those that have known are the ones that have been greeting you. Happy birthday.
You know this Facebook thing?
Yes,
it helps you to announce your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very
much. Long life and prosperity. Are you willing to share your age with us?
Because
to me, you look 25.
I'm a year older anyway.
Happy birthday once again.
Thank you very much.
All our viewers across the globe, we always want to wish you happy birthday. I wish you long life and prosperity on behalf of the crew and the management of Flip TV. We are always grateful that we always have you around to review sensibly and talk about whatever the situation of Nigeria is constructive.
I must say a very big thank you. And Flip TV management, thank you very much.
Okay, so I said the Senate, the National Assembly, has passed the bill of death sentence to hard drugs, dangerous drugs manufacturers, and also the users of these drugs will have 15 years imprisonment without option of fine.
To be quite honest with you, we need strict laws to deter people from going into drugs. If you look at our society today, you agree with me that a good number of our youth are already in disarray. You have some that need to be rehabilitated. And it's a simple fact that most of them have taken to drug. And what is certain, if from the formation stage you are introduced into drug and you start taking drug, you will think it's the best way of life. And if you do not have access to drug, you may not get yourself involved in it. So going after those that is bringing it, and talking whether it's cannabis, sativa, whether heroin, cocaine, there's what they call loud now, SK. There are many out there now.
There's Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there should be strict penalty to discourage people from going into it. Because you cannot watch your youths who are supposed to be leaders of tomorrow, who are supposed to add value to society, wallow out their life in drug taking. For me, I think I encourage it. But let us see such laws that is commensurate with dealing with our corrupt politicians. But to say you are making laws to discourage I think the politicians are the bigger danger. The reason is not far-fetched. If somebody can have access to loot, it's an allegation anyway, to loot maybe 80 billion naira, for instance. What that money would have done for the society, we are talking about a society where healthcare system is not good, educational system is not good, the welfare of teachers are not taken care of. This money could have been able to do that. So, if you have good educational system, perhaps those youths that take into drug, the system of education would have enlightened them, educated them, saw that they wouldn't have found themselves in that situation. So the money that's embezzled, perhaps, if put to good use, would have used to curtail those youths from going the wrong way.
Okay, yes, we also want to look at this transparency in the projects, the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. A lot of people have said there was no bidding.
The government did not make us understand whether there was bidding. I understand that going by Bureau of Public Enterprise, if you have to give a contract, you make it open. We ought to have seen the advertise when the government advertised it on the basis of newspaper. So if the government want to convince us that there were bidding process, let us see the advertorial. Let us see when the public, let us see people that bidded for it. We will now say, okay, this person has the wherewithal to do the job and he has won the contract. So me, I think when there's information is not added, speculation becomes the reality. So I think I could equally speculate that there was no bidding process.
There was no bidding. Okay, now the reps are saying there should be transparency in this project. Osita Chidoka came on Politics Today and said there was no bidding at all.
Personally, I've said it. You saw the channel's correspondent the other day why he was asking the minister question about environmental impact assessment.
Yes, Arise TV.
Yes, Arise TV. Yeah. You understand that the minister was not comfortable with the question. And this is a standard practice globally. Because you have to do environmental impact assessment before you even think of commencing the project. And I don't think they could provide the document for, because the correspondent of Arise was asking the honorable minister to share the information with the press. And I don't think he did so.
Okay, now.
So I think so many things are wrong from government side.
So many things are wrong from the government side. Now, Committee on Public Accounts from the House of Reps, sometimes in April, went to the site and they said that it's a very good project, which due process was followed. And now they are still saying they need to check it for transparency.
I think the reason may not be far-fetched. We understand that the National Assembly, whether Senate, whether Rep, they have the right of oversight. Because once you appropriate money, you have right to oversight the project when it's been executed. Then I think what is playing out is maybe they have not been given their necessary kickback, which is wrong. Because ordinarily, I don't see any reason why they will be speaking from both sides of their mouth. But I'm not against their oversight. And if they feel and they are able to unearth any area where the project do not meet set standard, they should not fail to point it out. But for me, I don't think because the House Committee is working for the interest of the public is the reason we are hearing that, but because they have not gotten what they think they should get.
Okay, some people are of the fact that why was the contract given to Shagori?
It still boiled down to were there bidding process? But it's not about Shagori. It's not about who got it. It's about if it followed due process. Everybody will see clearly that yes, this is follow due process. This person deserves this person deserves that. But when you start doubting the credibility of the process, you can equally doubt the person that got the contract.
Is it because of the credibility that you think former presidential candidate of the PDP, Atiku, is talking, or he just wants to attack this one?
No, he's saying that one of the companies that I think it's a subsidiary of the company that is one of the companies that has something to do with the company that handled the project anyway, has the president's son sitting as a board.
He's a mature man and he's a private citizen.
I'm not saying he's not a matured man.
But there's still.
I'm not saying he's not a private citizen.
There will still be conflict of
I'm saying perhaps that is why an Atiku have raised that issue of public interest. But for me, I think the government need to conclaim. They need to make us understand every bit of how money is being spent, and they need to convince us that the bidding process followed due process.
Okay, yes. Now let's look at real estate business. Firms in Nigeria are fleecing property buyers and tenants. What can be done in this situation?
That allegation has been with us for a long time. I think what the government needs to do is to come up with laws to protect would-be house owners who want to invest in maybe real estate and all these arrangements. Because we have had instances of news or speculations how people will pay money to property developers with intention to get land allocation. And maybe you need to pay some.
You're welcome. Yes, this morning you wanted to appreciate some people yesterday.
Oh yeah, yes. Because like I've always said that activism without a job will make you a useless person. So I had some things to do at Aluminium Village of Emu, so I was not around. Because Mr. Raf, you call him Ojuku, delivered message of two individuals to me. Mrs. Amuche Modesty, thank you so much, and Mr. Austin Ubaja, the both of them. To Mr. Raf Ojuku, we used to call him, so they delivered this message to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your support and others who always support our viewers, our reviewers on this program. We appreciate all your good effort. God will continue to replenish your pockets. The committee, let's not look at that. Let's just, because of our time,
Okay.
Let's look at what the Senate has passed as death sentence for people who manufacture hard and dangerous drugs. Then 15 years for the users.
First things first, I support it. Yes, that's very good. See, there's this bane of drug addiction amongst our youth. Anytime I come here this morning in our trenches there, you see like 20. I'm telling you true life story. That's why I always say that you can come to investigate and you can come here and see it. 20 to 30 youth in the morning, they are smoking Igbo every morning. I'm telling you, it's a fact. Every morning. And I'm like, they're addicted to it. They're supposed to be productive. Like I said, from Monday to Wednesday, I was in Aluminium Village. But you see them there, people are not working. What they do is to smoke all day long. And only God knows what they're going to do in the night. I cannot judge them. So I don't. I like it when I see beats like this to curb the use of these hard drugs among the youth, and I like the punishment. Yes, but again, let me say two things. Let me start from even the legislation of the bill. You are going to see that people that are likely to be arrested for these things are going to be the small cartels, maybe the little people that are selling the go and everything. The big men that are doing this cocaine, they are like, in Nigeria, like I said, the law is too weak. And the law is like a net that can only catch the poor people, the least people. Understand? And again, who are the consumers of these hard drugs, especially? They are the elites. See, the poor man can only take Igbo, this skunk and everything. The rich of the rich are the ones that take these higher ones. And they are children of the elite. Who is going to arrest them? Like when I saw the thing, I'm like, when I saw the legislation, I was asking myself, the president know about it? Because if we say we should go to the past, that means we won't have a president anymore.
If we should go to...
If we say that we should go to the past, like for example, that for the last how many years, anybody that has been involved in any drug something, I don't think we are going to have any president anymore.
But
so,
you know it starts from now.
But now that starts from now, okay. Then, but number two is this.
Don't let us shake
why
the
is
table.
I don't want to say. No. Today, I'm in a good mood. I'm expecting someone to give me another work again, which is very good week for me.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, okay, let us look at even now. Anytime our president, anytime they pass laws, it is the law that always favor them that they always pass, and I'm very angry with it. For example, when they said, okay, not to do state police, when I said this thing cannot work, how about local government autonomy? Now you are passing law 15 years for anybody that sells drugs and everything. How about law for corruption? How about same death sentence for corruption? Because what corruption has done in this country is more than the bane of drug addicts. Now you are the Ministry of Health. The money that build hospital with this money, you have embezzled it. You know how many people that have died because of lack of hospitals? You know how many people that have died because of lack of good roads and everything? You know how many people's destiny have been destroyed? You understand? So you have it as an example, but like you saw, former governors, EFC released their name last week. You saw how many of them? Like I said, over 70% of Tinubu's cabinet, their names are on the EFC wanted list. So these are even worse than drugs. So let us start from them. Anyone that has eaten from the cookie jar, that have embezzled the jar's money, killed, like what they did in China. The only way China could rise was two things: education and to kill corruption. Because there's money in this land. They'll copy for what? You understand? No, these are the problem.
Look at this case of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road. They said the project not okayed by the National Assembly and procurement for probe. That's according to reps.
Thank God I said it yesterday, and like let me tell the rep people, good morning, rep people. They are just waking up now. And again, like I said, I like to say something that people can refer to in the future. Yaya Bello, that man in 2027, he will run for Senate and he will win. If you are hearing me today, you can, then we'll see. Now, you see those reps now. I say I'm always afraid of Nigerian politicians. They're not really fighting for you. They're always fighting for their pocket. I mean, almost all of them. This rep now, you might be thinking that, they are going to see the end of it. You are going to see what will become end of this now. When maybe, I'm just thinking, maybe they will be settled. I don't hear anything about it anymore. But like I said yesterday, there should be a bidding process. Let them be an open bidding process. Let us see, like not what they were saying. Let us see an open bidding, a fair and competitive bidding process for these things. So you understand? You can't give a job to like an alleged friend with your own son is on the board. Understand? Like I've always said, these are what international community, these are what they are seeing. They are seeing all these things. We cannot run a nation like this. It should not be like Fela said in that time, say party government. We cannot run a party government and expect things to work. You understand? So the rep, it is good what they are doing, though, but again, I don't think they are fighting for us. Like in the next 2-3 weeks now, I don't go to hear anything about it. And like I've always felt, maybe the money have been paid, some part of the money, and maybe some part of the project have started. So there will not be that I never returning for these things. I'm just happy seeing the rep doing the right thing, but what to become of it is not going to be something palatable. So thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Happy weekend to all of you.
Yes, sir. Bye. Mazi, Ndewono.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You're welcome to Bystanders at the New Star.
Yeah.
Do you know what is on ground now is that the National Assembly has passed a bill for death penalty on people who manufacture dangerous drugs and 15 years without option of fine for those who take these drugs.
Okay, if they are caught,
They are caught.
I mean the users.
The users,
Then
15
anybody
years.
that trade on drug
Yes.
should be sentenced to
Death.
death.
Or life
Wow.
imprisonment.
I would like them to remember in a haste what happened to the military administration of Buhari in 1984-85. When Buhari's administration condemned 3 cocaine pushers. One of them was senior brother of Oswofia, the popular Nkemo War. Bartholomew Owo was killed, tied on the stake in 1985. A student of Polytechnic, Oko, Anambra State. The whole community, the whole international communities, they beg and beg on behalf of this trafficker, but all fell what? On deaf ear. That was Idiabo and Buhari. They killed Nigerian drug peddlers. 3 of them. Bartholomew Owo, Bernardo Julekwe, and the other one, Ogun Tade or something like that. Yoruba, Igbo, and Igbo Delta. That's former Bende State. They were condemned. You know, I trace it to what? Tribalism. Because I know that Buhari hates anything Igbo man. Anything Igbo. Buhari divided Nigeria to the level that he did not stop in the 80s. And you know what? After condemning the 3, he condemned many in the southwest here, including a pregnant woman. The woman was waiting for the what? Rope, hangman's rope or noose. Are you listening to me? When they should come for her. Do you know what happened? Babangida led coup immediately took place, and the Buhari's administration came to an abrupt end. August 1985. I would like those lawmakers that are coming out with this dangerous law to remember that they have children, they have nephews, they have uncles, they have sisters. Their children. They are all over the world. Who knows how far they could go in the future if they are not going to be involved in drug peddling or offense. And again, I want to tell the lawmakers, could they just be subjected to tests to know actually if they are in their right senses? The way and manner they are siphoning public funds in Nigeria has indicated that they are the first offenders, first users. If you are in your sense, with your accurate sense, you will find out that you cannot pay school fees to your home for your own children and the children unborn. Anybody that does that is under drug influence. I listen to no. I'm giving an example because they are making law that will still get them involved. They are going to be involved too. Are you listening to me? Are you trying to tell me that Ababio is in his right senses? Yes. When the budget was paddled, we found out that some are going with over 500 billion, 200 billion human beings. Who is going to use those money?
Not
that kind of
pocket,
amount.
Not for their pocket.
I don't hear.
For community projects.
Thank you. They are there to make law. Anything community or constituency project is for what? Contractors, for individuals. It's not for lawmakers.
They are only supposed to make laws.
Or they are supposed to legislate, to make laws. They come out with policy that will be very, very friendly to Nigerians. Not to go and execute constituency projects, community projects. You know, community social responsibilities are for the individuals, philanthropists,
Oga, a lot.
Community projects. Community
No.
projects
I mean,
can
community
be for
social
the
responsibility.
chairman of the local
Community
government.
social
executive governors.
responsibility is quite different from community or constituency project. Don't get me wrong. So what I'm trying to say, Oga, is that law, they should re-examine it.